Hey there everyone, welcome to the UkeStuff channel and welcome to this tutorial video for the play along videos of I Love the Mountains, the version by Super Simple Songs. Now, I already have a version of I Love the Mountains on this channel. In fact, I have another one that I just made a play along for along with the ukulele lessons, but early in this channel it was one of the songs I put on from another performer. This is one that just popped up on my radar the other day, and I enjoyed it so much because it has ukulele in it that I decided that I wanted to put it together. And again, it's a very simple song. Obviously, it's made by Super Simple Songs, but nonetheless, it makes a great song to play. So what we're going to do in this video is look at the chords you need for GCEA soprano concert or tenor ukulele in the key of F and then in the key of G. And then we're going to look at it on baritone. By the way, the key of F is the original. So just so you know, I've transposed up a step for baritone to make it easier to play, and then also made a version on GCEA as well. After we're done with talking about the chords, then I'll go over strumming that I hear in the song, and that's it. So it'll be a pretty quick video, all things said. If you like the chords you see, you can find the chord chart or tabs on my website at UkeStuff.info. Just look up chord chart or tabs and go down to I Love the Mountains and you'll see it there for your use. And if you want to support the work on this channel, there are three things you can do. You can like the video, you can subscribe to the channel, or you can always buy me a cup of coffee to say thank you for making this content at buymeacoffee.com/UkeStuff. All right, let's begin with the chords that you need to play the song in the key of F on soprano concert or tenor GCEA ukulele. I'll be using this instrument. This is my Blackbird Claire concert ukulele. The first chord is the F chord. Add one finger and make it the D minor chord. Probably the hardest chord is the G minor chord. It's not really that hard, but it can be sort of a shift if you're not used to it. And then a C7 chord. And those are the four chords to play I Love the Mountains on GCEA soprano concert tenor ukulele in the key of F. Now let's talk about playing those chords in the key of G on soprano concert or tenor ukulele. The first chord is the G chord. Now, little tip here. You don't have to shift your hand to play the E minor chord if you don't want to. If you're on the G chord, you can add your pinky to the 3rd string, 4th fret. Just adding one finger will change you to that E minor chord. Now, if you don't want to do that, you can move to the E minor chord. So first finger goes on the 1st string, 2nd fret, second finger goes on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and third finger goes on the 3rd string, 4th fret. Either way to play E minor. Then you've got an A minor chord, and then the D7 chord. And those are the four chords to play I Love the Mountain by Super Simple Songs on GCEA soprano concert or tenor ukulele in the key of G. Now let's talk about baritone ukulele. So for baritone ukulele, I'll be using this instrument. This is my Tom concert ukulele. And no, it's not a baritone, but it has Pepe Romero baby baritone strings on it, allowing me to tune it like a baritone ukulele. So here are the four chords you need to play I Love the Mountains on baritone DGBE ukulele. First is the G chord, then the E minor chord, then the A minor chord, and then the D7 chord. And those are the four chords you need to play I Love the Mountains by Super Simple Songs on baritone DGBE ukulele. Now let's talk about strumming. Now, as we talk about strumming, there are a couple things I want to say before I go over the three patterns that I hear in the song. First of all, this song actually has ukulele, so you could be right or wrong if you have to play what you exactly hear. And there's a chance that even what I'm hearing may not be 100% correct. So if you are a person that has to exactly replicate it, you may have to listen a little closer and you may not agree with everything I say. But here's what I'm going to say. As long as what you play fits with the style of music and it sounds good, that's all that matters, even if you don't play what's exactly right with the music. So that's the first thing I want to say. The next thing that I want to say with this is I'm going to be using the chords in the key of G, not because I don't want to use the original key of F, which is easy enough to play on GCEA soprano concert tenor ukulele, but this makes it easier to play on baritone at the same time. So I'm going to use the chords up here in the key of G. It would be the same strumming in the key of F, just with different chords, all right? So here are the three different strumming patterns. The first is just down strums, and these are marked throughout the song. I usually don't mark things like this, but since it's ukulele, I figured I would mark it. So the first one would be just down strums. So you'd go G, E minor, A, D7. And that just repeats that sequence for the whole song. So again, the first is just down strums. I usually use my thumb because it gives me a nice strong feeling. Could you play it with a single finger? Sure. Just doesn't have the strength as a good strum with a thumb. Alright, so that's the first strum, is just down strums like that. Now, the second strum is 2 strums. It's going to go like this. Strum, 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 strum. So, same sequence, just 2 strums. In fact, I think I errantly forgot about that one as I was talking about the strums, so there's actually 4 different patterns that I hear in the song. The next one is a little bit trickier and involves a swung pattern. And what that is, it's going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. It's taking 2 eighth notes and really playing it like it were a triplet, where the first 2 parts of the triplet are on the first part of the beat and the last part is on the third part of the beat. We call that swung or shuffle, and instead of going t t t t t t t t or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and we go 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and what I hear going here is this. It isn't going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Not yet. That comes next. But this one goes like this. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And if you look at the song, it goes down, down, up, down, down, up. The one thing I didn't like about my version of this is that as you see that in the song, you don't see the missing space like I can put on the screen here. There just wasn't room for it, and it didn't like look right, and it's a lot for your brain to process. So hopefully as you're playing along you can see that there. But again, it's just down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And that's the third pattern, not the second, but the third pattern. The final pattern happens during the boom de-yada, boom de-yada, boom de-yada, boom de-yada part, and there I just hear all the pattern, all the swung pattern like this, or a shuffle pattern. 1 and 2 and 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 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and like that during all of those. And then anything else in the song is covered by the things we've already talked about. Now, as I'm switching here in the key of G on GCA, I'm also noticing that not only can I switch like that, if I don't play A minor with my second finger, but I play A minor with my first finger, then I just have to add 1 more finger to get the D7 at the end. Notice this. So G, add 1 finger, switch to the A minor, but play it with the first finger. Add 1 finger to the D7. So how about that? Really a progression where all I have to do for half of it is just add 1 finger to make the rest of it go. Works out great. But I really love this version. I love the fact that it has the ukulele. It's happy and it's bright. It doesn't mean I don't like the other version I did some time ago. It might have already been 3 or 4 or 5 years ago at this point on the channel, the I Love the Mountain version. Now, there is not a tutorial for that one. That was early on when I was still making movies on iMovie on my Mac. I've been using LumaFusion to make videos forever. So this is a completely different version. Right. Thanks so much for joining me for the video. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll be back soon with some more Uke stuff for you.